what is happening. Protect yourself, people. You got to protect yourself. We go through life, a lot of us are empathetic souls. And being an empathetic soul, you feel what others are feeling, you're understanding, you might have a solution to a problem or whatnot. And that's, and a lot of people, are appreciative of it. But a lot of people abuse it too. A lot of people keep coming back, not thinking about you may have a problem, you may have an issue that you're going through. They don't know, they don't care. All they know is you are a good shoulder to lean on. You're going to lend them an ear. You're going to give them some good advice. Even if you don't give good advice, you're going to give a rebuttal. You're going to say something back to them positive, to keep them going, to keep them uplifted. But at the same time, you may be going through something. You may have an issue. But nobody cares about your issue because it's very few empathetic souls in the world. So nobody really cares about what you're going through. And with that being said, that's why you have to protect yourself. You got to protect yourself. You got to know when to say when. You got to know when to tell people to back off a little bit. Sometimes you just got to be straight up, because a lot of times people will come to you with the same problem. They'll come to you with the same issue. You've already given them advice about it. You've already uplifted them about this particular issue. But they want to be the dead horse. They want to keep coming back to you. Want you to say something special every time. They want you to give them a special word every time they feel weak, or when they're in their weakness, they want to come back to you to get a special word. And you can't keep doing that. You can't keep wearing yourself out, because you have your own issues, you have your own life, you have your own trials. And even though being an empathetic soul, it's a gift and a curse, because you want to be able to help people. I mean, having that kind of soul, you don't dislike it, but you just wish sometime that somebody will hear you out the way you hear other people out. And a lot of times that's not going to happen. So with that being said, you have to protect yourself, because people are not going to care. Because it's very, the world is filled with a lot of people, but people want to get off what they want to say, but a lot of people don't want to hear what other people have to say. I've experienced that in my life. I've listened to a lot of people. Listen to them, listen to their problems, give them good advice. And then, I know they're not going to do the same for me, but I just try them a little bit. Just to see, just get a reaction. All you get is eyes moving back and forth, like, they don't really want to hear it. They ready to go, ready to talk about themselves. So, people are going to be like that, and don't let it get you down. Don't get mad about it. Don't get upset with people about it. It's really inconsiderate, but at the same time, when you have a gift, when you have a special gift like that, it's going to happen. It's going to happen more than you want it to. But at the same time, you got to protect yourself. You got to tell people when to back off, and not in a mean way, but, you have to look out for yourself. Always put the mask on yourself first. So make sure you protect it first before you go too deep into other people's issues. Be helpful, but take care of yourself. Protect yourself at all times.